gentlemen, are you ready to be transformed? I said, are you ready to be transformed? Then welcome to Atrion's third annual Always On Symposium here at New England's home of the champions. Now from Atrion's partner Sparks Presentations, please welcome your Titan of Transformation, your Rembrandt of Reinvention, your Symposium Master of Ceremonies, Andy Sachs.
Good morning, Always On Symposium. Anybody in the mood for a Frisbee? I want to see you stand up. You'll pick up a Frisbee. Come on, everybody, stand up right now. Stand up. Let's see some Frisbees moving around the room right now. Everybody, stand up. Catch one. Don't let it put your eye out. How about over here? Come on, make some noise. I want to know you're excited to be here. Come on, folks, make some noise. I can't hear you. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I think I got a few more. All right. Sit down. Whew. What a great reception. What a great reception. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? No, folks. I'm sorry. That's not going to cut it today. It just won't. All right. Just this group and this group, just hold on 1 second, okay? All right. Okay. Hey, everybody. How you doing this morning? All right, that was pretty good. Hold that thought. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Just hold on, group, okay? Okay, good. Okay, this side. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing this morning? Okay, hold that thought 1 second. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, center group. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing this morning? Okay, now we're going to put all three groups together. That group, and that group, and that group. On three. Everybody ready? How you doing this morning? 1, 2, 3. All right. That was okay. Whew. Welcome to Atrion's third annual Always On Symposium. My name is Andy Sachs, and I am honored to be your MC today. I really am winded, too. We are so excited to have every single one of you here to share this special event with us. And we have built a great program for you to keep you learning, laughing, and transforming all day long. I'll tell you what, let's find out a little bit about you. Show of hands, who's been to Patriot Place before? Just anywhere in Patriot Place? Wow. Okay, who's seen a game here? All right, quite a few. Good to know. Who's ever done this? Who's ever painted their face silver to show their patriot spirit? Anyone? No? That's Atrion staffer Lucian Menard wearing a Wes Welker jersey. The weirdest thing is, there wasn't even a game that day. He was just going to work. All right, I'll tell you what, let's change the subject here. Show of hands, who's been to one Always On Symposium before? Nice. All right. Give yourselves a round of applause. Nice job. Okay. Who's been to both Always On Symposia? Raise your hands. A few of you. All right. Give yourselves a bigger round of applause. All right. Let me ask this now. Who is joining us for the very first time? Raise your hands. Veterans, please join me in welcoming our newcomers with a ginormous round of applause. Woo. Folks, we are so glad you're here to help us chase away those giant ghosts of recent Super Bowls and reestablish our own winning tradition here in Foxborough. And trust me, folks, you are not here by accident. You're here because Atrion knows you're always pushing limits. You're always trying harder. That means you have something special to learn from us and something special to share with us. And that's what today is about. Not to pitch new business to you, but to share our best way of being with you. So, who remembers the theme of today's symposium? Wow. Okay, obviously that won't cut it today. We need you to be big and bold and proud like a wide receiver celebrating a touchdown. So watch this. Hey, Atrion staffers, what's the theme of today's symposium? See what I mean? That's right, transformation. And we're not talking about a little nipping and tucking around the edges here. We mean the real thing, big and bold and even a little scary. We mean making this day your catalyst to upgrade the way you run your business and your departments and maybe yourself. If your heartbeat just kicked up a notch, you're getting my drift. And if the sound of Atrion staffers yelling, if that's the sound of things to come, then surely the pyramid is the shape of things to come. Show of hands, who can remember all the way back to their college psych class they took in college? Just search your mental hard drive for that. And you may have studied Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Does anybody remember that? Yeah? Okay. You know what? Let me help you a little bit. There it is. You see the small section at the top called self-actualization? That's our goal for today. Today's program is designed not only to show you how to create that level of transformation in your own IT department, but to help you build your very own game plan right here today and put it in action tomorrow. We'll keep you moving up that incline so fast, you'll give new meaning to the term upwardly mobile. Starting today, Maslow works for you. And to make sure we walk our talk, we have built today's program to satisfy your needs at every level of this famous pyramid. First, we'll meet your physiological needs for the day with a tasty lunch and with an afternoon bio break. Next, to keep you safe and secure, we've got the room temperature set just right, and we've got Band-Aids on standby for any emergency paper cuts. We're going to help you connect with the love and belonging around you by giving you ample time to mix, mingle, and network with your fellow Transformers. Atrion's own executive team will boost your self-esteem with their surprising, inspiring presentations and workshops. And finally, we'll plant your flag at the very top of that triangle by giving you the Sultan of Self-Actualization himself, Mr. Chip Conley. So how will we do all this transforming in one day? Well, let me give you a quick rundown of our lineup here. We're going to start by surveying the whole business landscape. Folks, what do you think are the 4 biggest trends in business and technology today? Well, in just a few minutes, Atrion's Chief Technology Officer, Chris Poe, will give you his list in his presentation, Megatrends, Transforming Our World. It's a great, big, bold introduction to these big, bold trends, and it will set the tone for the rest of your day. After that, we'll narrow our focus down from the business landscape at large to where your business fits in the picture. We are so excited to have the maestro of Maslow himself, Chip Conley, in our lineup today. Chip is the founder and CEO of Joie de Vivre Hospitality, California's largest boutique hotel company, and is the author of the book Peak, How Great Companies Get Their Mojo from Maslow. He is the right man to help you climb that famous pyramid. Now at 11 o'clock, Chip will come up and deliver your keynote, Transforming Our Companies. He'll show you how you can bring self-actualization to your business by sharing stories of others who've already climbed that pyramid. Now that brings us to 12 noon and right on time, your noontime break. From noon to 12:30, Chip will be available to autograph your complimentary copy of his book. He'll be right back there. And from 12:30 to 1:30, your lunch will be served right in that area you just came from, so you can enjoy the meal, you can take in the view, you can network freely around the room. Now, we'll reconvene back here at 1:30, and we'll narrow our focus again from surveying your company to transforming your very own department. Have you noticed the nice black workbook and the shiny silver marker that's right there in front of you? Yeah? All right, you'll put that to work as we unveil 3 back-to-back-to-back workshops. These are pretty neat. Each one is unique, all are interactive and hands-on, and together they share one inspiring and unifying title, Transforming IT, Your Personal Action Plan. So, how do you do that exactly? How do you build an action plan? Well, first, you make sure you and your team have the skills to match those big megatrends that Chris mentioned. And what are those key IT skills? Well, in your first workshop, Atrion CEO Tim Hebert will take the stage and help you identify 4 key skills. Examine each one and then apply them to your departments. And once you have the right people with the right skills, how do you make sure that they spend their time on the right tasks and work efficiently? Well, that's the topic of your second workshop. Atrion Vice President of Sales Mark Moretti will take the stage here to show you how you can manage your time management. So, now you have the right people and they're using their time the right way. The next question is, what are the goals you want to achieve? And that's the focus of your third workshop. Chris Poe will be on stage to help you build a roadmap to your future based on your company's personal DNA. After these workshops are done, your brain will certainly be spinning around with all sorts of crazy ideas, so we're going to give you a break to exhale from 3 o'clock to 3:15. You can check your smartphones as well. When we return, Tim Hebert will take over, and he will narrow your focus again from your department right down to you and you alone. In his capstone presentation called Personal Transformation, Tim will call on you to consider your biggest transformation of all, your own personal legacy. Then he'll share questions and stories and one very special guest to help make your legacy count. Finally, I'll help you wind up your day of transformation with some closing remarks at the end of the day. So that brings us to 4:30, and that is how we're going to do it. At that point, we are all going to head out to seal our self-actualization success with a toast or 2 or more at the CBS Scene restaurant, also in this complex. And trust me, folks, this will be a celebration worth joining. So that's our agenda for the day. We're also going to keep you laughing and winning with a special game show, and we will have a raffle at the end and be giving away 2 iPads. So, you must be wondering, how do I get the most out of a program like this? Well, here's our advice. First, set your sights high. Decide what you want right now, take ownership of that goal, and make a conscious, active effort to reach it. Help is all around you. Next, put on your hiking shoes and get ready to do some climbing up that famous pyramid. The path is steep, but I promise you'll love the view. And finally, hold us to our end of the bargain. We are at your service today. And we think that with us pointing the way and with you hiking up that path, you'll be breathing the rarefied air at the top of that pyramid by the time you head to your cars this evening. So, what do you say, folks? Are you ready for a day of big fun, bigger discoveries, big prizes, and all the transformation these walls will hold? You know I'm going to make you do that again. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Well, good. And now a word for our sponsors. Did you folks see all the tables we set up for today's sponsors where they're setting out literature and they're going to pitch their products to you during lunch? Did you see that table? No? Well, that's because there aren't any. Your sponsors today are special. We asked them to do something very unusual. Invest in an event that doesn't let them pitch their own products. And because they're great companies, they agreed. And their selfless generosity is a big part of why we're all in this room today. So, we'd like to take a moment before we get started here to acknowledge their contribution. First, I would like all the sponsor representatives in the room to stand up right now at your seat. That's all you have to do, just stand up. Okay, they're coming out of hiding there. That's good. All right, there they are, scattered around the room. Now, I'm going to announce the name of each sponsor. Representatives, when I call your company's name, all you have to do is smile and wave. So everybody here knows who's representing that company. All right? And folks, I ask that you hold your applause until the very end of the list. When I call the names of all the sponsors, then you can join me in thanking all of these representatives together for empowering us to create this day for you. Sound good? All right. Here we go. They are Cisco. I see some smiles and waves. Blue Coat. Bradford Networks. Exinda. Fortinet. Infoblocks. NetApp. And SunGuard. All right, reps, where'd you go? Stand back up. Stand back up, reps. You did such a nice job of smiling and waving. And now I'd like to ask everybody to join me in thanking these sponsors for making today's possible. Well, folks, your sponsors all have blue ribbons on their badges, so they're easy to spot when you see them around the room today. Go ahead up, introduce yourself, and then ask them to tell you how they can help you make the transformation that you're beginning today. They're going to give you some pretty good answers. All right. Well, since we're talking about Atrion partners, we have one particular partner here today who deserves some special recognition. And for that, I would like Atrion's Senior Vice President, Mr. Paul Cronin, to come on up to the stage. Paul, take it away.
Thank you, Andy. Well, Andy, don't go too far, because I have just found out that that one individual who we want to recognize is not here yet today. So he's not only an outstanding professional and a real friend of Atrion's, but he's also a family man. And so I found out that he won't be here until a little while from probably another hour or so. So we're going to find a time to work this in at a different time of the day. So we don't want to ruin the surprise, because he is going to be shocked when we bring up this individual. Okay. Take it away, Andy.
All right. In football terms, I think that's called a fake, right? All right, it's time to dig in and start transforming, which begs the question, how exactly do you begin a program like this? Well, if you're Atrion's Chief Technology Officer, Chris Poe, here's what you do. You start with your prime motivation by asking the fundamental question, why should we transform at all? And then you answer that question by staying up very late at night, researching the root causes of transformation in the IT world until, finally, in the wee hours, weak and feverish, you unearth 4 megatrends that provide the undercurrent for so much of the change we see these days. Now, these themes may seem familiar, but Chris is going to show you the scale and the impact of them and get you thinking about them in brand new ways. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Atrion's Chief Technology Officer, the Megatrend man himself, Mr. Chris Poe.